Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the scorecard, the boxing scorecard, where I ask people to bring your scorecard and an explanation, not just simply your opinion. So last night we had a big showdown over in Japan with Mr. the Monster, Naoya Inoue, coming in with a record. What is his record? Of 25 wins with 22 knockouts, 0 losses, domination over his opponents. He went up against Stephen Fulton, coming in with 21 wins, only 8 KOs, so not exactly a power puncher. He gets most of his wins by knockout. There was no official scorecard for this fight because Inoue won by 8th round TKO. And I was already impressed by this kid's power, but this win was definitely the biggest win of his career and the most impressive win of this guy's career. I know he has some very good highlights throughout his career, but because the competition wasn't at that level, that's why I didn't really rate him as high as everyone else did. He kind of reminded me, his resume kind of reminds me of Jaron Boots Ennis, who, passes the eye test, but the resume test isn't always there. That was the same thing for me with Inoue. But this win right here against Stephen Fulton, a legit, what weight class was this? A legit super bantamweight. This solidified that Inoue is the real deal. Specifically because this guy came up from weight class. Inoue, like Stephen Fulton's been at this weight his whole career. Super bantam. Inoue started, what weight did he start at? This fight was at 123 pounds. Inoue started at 108. And in them smaller weight classes, them little couple pounds makes a big difference. Again, he didn't have the resume for me to put him on my pound for pound list. His biggest one before that was Nonito Donaire, who was almost 40 years old, and everyone was giving him praise for that. And I'm like, man, this, if you're gonna give him praise for that. Anyways, this win right here made him legit solidified. He definitely is the real deal. Let's get through the quick scorecard. The 8 rounds. This did not go how I expected. I wasn't sure. Again, with these lower weight classes, the competition is not as high. So the guys that are champions, their opponents are not as well known to the public as some of the other weight classes because the competition is not there. So I was just going with Fulton simply because he was naturally bigger and similar to my prediction for Crawford and Spence, because I believe that the skill level is equal. Usually, the naturally bigger person is gonna be able to take advantage of that. This was definitely not the case here. Stephen Fulton, as I said, came in naturally bigger. Right off the bat, Inoue came in showing that I am confident and not afraid of you. Well, with that being said, Fulton only has 8 KOs in his 21 fights, so that would give you some confidence to walk into the fire, knowing that there's only a small chance you're gonna get burnt. So Inoue, he had the confidence, even though he's a smaller guy, he definitely had the confidence to come forward in that first round. Not much going on, but Inoue looked like he was sticking to his game plan. Round 2 and 3, I marked as clear rounds for Inoue. Definitely, he was looking way more confident in that second round. Just way more confident, just in his ring generalship, just the way he was walking around in his boxing stance. There was no hesitation there. Round 4 I actually gave to. Oh no, my bad. Round 4 also I gave to Inoue, but it was close though. I marked round 4 as a close round. Stephen Fulton did have some moments, but yeah, still Inoue got it. Round 5 and 6 I actually gave to Fulton. My notes for round 5 was it was a close round. It was a close round. It wasn't clear. but so it was a close round. But I gave it to Fulton. He did better offensive wise and defensive wise. Fulton did better offense and defense. Yeah, sorry, I can't even read my own chicken scratches. Oh yeah, making him miss. So it's pretty. I always tell the boxers when I'm training them, like, blocking punches is good, but making the person completely miss looks even better for the judges, as far as, you know, counting your defense too, not just your offense. So in that fifth round, I believe Fulton made Inoue miss good a couple of times and landed some good offensive punches too. Round 6, I also gave to Fulton. My notes for round 6 was Inoue landed a few. Oh yeah, he landed a few bombs later on in the round. You know, the crowd got hyped because of that, but those are the things you got to look for, to not let the crowd influence you to score the round, because I believe Fulton still did better for most of that round. I believe Fulton did do better for most of that round, so I gave it to him. Even though, no, I didn't mark it as a close round. Clear for Fulton. Round 7 was a clear round for Inoue. He stepped it up. He stepped it up again. He definitely picked up the pace. Fulton was trying to play catch up, and this 7th round was where it was pretty not obvious. I want to use a word to big him up. I was pretty impressed on the way that Inoue was pressing forward on Fulton. Remember, Fulton is the bigger guy. I believe maybe even 2 weight classes up, or 1. No, it might be 2. Anyway, coming up, like, it's when you're moving up in weight classes, there's 2 things that have to follow you: your skill level or your power. If your power isn't there, then your skill level better be up there. With Inoue, it looks like both of those things followed him up: his skills and his power. Because even that the shot that landed on Fulton, that hurt him. That was the beginning. That was the beginning of the end. That was the way he landed that low high. Sometimes you want to go jab to the head, cross to the body. Inoue came with that jab to the body, cross to the head. Beautifully executed, textbook executed, and that was. And then he finished him off. He finished him off with a flurry. It was a good thing the ref came in and stopped him. It was a good stoppage. Much respect to the former champion Stephen Fulton, but this kid Inoue, he definitely is the real deal. What else we got? What else we got as far as the next step for these guys? Let me pull up my box right here. Oh yeah, so this guy Marlon Tapales is the other champion in that weight class, in the super bantam weight class. Oh, I lost my spot. In the super bantam / junior featherweight weight class, 122 pounds. So very curious to see how much weight classes Inoue could go up, because his power is obviously good here. So 122. What is the next weight class up from this? It is 126. 126. And who are the dogs up there? You got Josh Warrington. You got Joette Gonzalez. You got Isaac Dogbo. You got Raymond Ford. You know what? Actually, this 126-pound weight class is not too deep. Oh, well, BC Ramirez, that's what it was. And now it makes sense. Robeisy Ramirez, 2-time Olympian gold medalist from Cuba, fought. He was on the undercard of this match here. And I wasn't listening totally to the interviews and stuff like that, but they did mention how it was a possibility of Inoue moving up. That would be something, because that would be a real test to see if his power moved up to 126. Because Robeisy Ramirez, his skill level is definitely there. Inoue, his skill level moved up with him, because again, the punches that he was landing, he also threw and landed more than Fulton, the bigger guy. Inoue threw and landed more than his bigger opponent. which is more impressive. So it's going to be very interesting to see if he's going to be able to do that with Robeisy Ramirez, who, again, like I said, is a 2-time gold medalist. Skill level is A+, and likes to bang too. Oh, that's the thing. See, that's the thing that would make it an exciting fight. Usually the very good boxers, specifically like the Cubans and the slick black fighters, get accused of not initiating the action. The name of the game is to hit and not get hit, not to fight for the crowd. Fighting for the crowd might help you get a few more dollars, but also lose a few more brain cells. As dangerous as the sport is already, you try to save as much as you can. Anyways, my little 10-second rant on that. Robeisy Ramirez is one of those guys that is an exceptional level boxer, but he does like to bang. I'm not sure if he's going to want to bang with Inoue. His pride might want to make him do it. But again, anyway, this guy started at 108 pounds, man. The only person that's done something like that is Manny Pacquiao. And he's obviously a first ballot Hall of Famer. So, Inoue is on his way there right now. He's definitely on his way to, I want to put him in the Hall of Fame already, but this one definitely put him up there for consideration. He passed the eye test already with his fights before, and now he's got the biggest win on his resume with a very convincing, dominating win over Stephen Fulton. So, yeah. As for Stephen Fulton, what goes next for him? Let's go back down to the super bantam featherweights. He can still do his thing. There's still some good fights with Luis Nery, Kevin Gonzalez. Some of homeboys' names that I can't pronounce. Oh, yeah, Tamaki Komera. He's good too. Rais Alim. Probably Luis Nery is the biggest name that Stephen Fulton's probably going to fight to get back in title contention. Going to be interesting to see where he goes from here. So, yeah, there you have it. The scorecard breakdown for Inoue and Fulton. Much respect to Inoue. This guy is something else, man. Like I said, skill level and power is there. It was already there before passing the eye test, but now this convincing, dominating win over Stephen Fulton. He's definitely the real deal. All right, there you have it. The scorecard, only on the Talkin Fight Network. If you can't catch the show live, you can always catch the replay of the show on any podcast form that you can find it on. Email, subscribe. If you haven't done it, yes. If you haven't done it yet, press the like button and tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit me up on social media at Cedric Sports, on my YouTube channel, Cedric Sports Training. And yeah, peace. Crawford and Spence. Check out Talkin